Good morning or evening or night, depending on when you're watching this video. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's been a minute since I've been on the camera. It's just been a very busy week for me. You know, I've just been working a lot more and a lot of things have been going on in my life. And of course, you've seen from the title, I do want to rant a little bit in this video. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really have anything planned for this video. So hopefully I'm not like rambling too much or I'm not just going off on a tangent. Because I hate when I do that because it's so much harder to edit. But you see, I'm doing it right now. You don't care. I want to rant about becoming an adult and life in general and just my experience becoming an adult, you know. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel, I recently just turned 22. I moved to Miami when I was 20, so I've been here for about a year and a couple months, I say. It's been an interesting journey because, you know, when you're a kid, you don't really realize time is still going, like time never stops. And I've had this realization because, you know, I was talking to this guy at my job because I work with, because he was new and he's younger, you know, he's 17, you know, just about general things like music, movies, TV, that type of thing. And a lot of things that I was saying, he'd never even like heard of or he never even experienced. And it made me realize that, yo, I am getting older. And it kind of scared me because, you know, most people never really think about time or their age or the things they're going through because, you know, you're so busy with life, working, you know, relationships, whatever. You never really have time to think about what's going on in life. This is gonna be very random, but, you know, basically I was just telling him about this old rapper that, you know, used to exist. His name, well, he still exists, but his name was Fetty Wap. And the guy was like, yo, who is that? You know? And to me, I was like, you don't know who Fetty Wap is? Because for me, it's like, yo, like, that's just so normal. Like, when I was, like, this is like, what, a couple years ago when I was in high school, like 2-3 years ago. I graduated in 2020. It's 24 years ago. Holy shit. See? This is what I'm talking about. I graduated 4 years ago. That is so crazy to me. Like, and honestly, this video isn't meant to scare anybody or to make anybody feel bad. It's really just an update about my life because I want to look back on this and just, you know, like, I guess 4 more years and just go like, holy shit, like, I'm actually, like, I'll be, what, in 4 more years, I'll be 26. I don't even know, like, it's just, and this is life, you know. Becoming an adult is really just, I think my demographic for my channel is typically around like 22, 24, 25, whatever. So a lot of you guys have already like experienced becoming an adult or whatever. But for anybody that's younger watching this, I do want to say that I know it's gonna sound like stupid or you've already heard this, but this is gonna sound so cliche. And I've heard this, and when I was a kid, it never really resonated with me. But make sure you enjoy your time as a kid because once it's over, you can never go back. Like, I look back and think to myself, like, I'm never gonna meet my high school friends anymore. I'm never gonna see those people again, unless like high school reunion or whatever. But I don't even think I'm gonna go to that. But I'm never gonna have just general like free time with no worries. Like, I'm always gonna, at this point in my life, I'm always gonna have either bills or I'm always gonna have relationships that's going on, like I'm working on or something. I'm always gonna have some type of stress in my life, and it's never gonna be that carefree, just nothing really matters. I'm never gonna have that again. And to me, that's just, I enjoy being an adult, honestly, but at the same time, it's like I do miss that carefreeness of life because, you know, like I said, I'm at the point where now I have this apartment, I have to pay for it, and, you know, the job that I work, I'm not gonna say I hate my job because, you know, I don't want to be one of those guys, but I don't typically, I'm not gonna say I enjoy my job. Like, it's a job, you know, and I feel like 99% of Americans or people in the world don't enjoy their job. But I'm at the point where, I mean, if I don't work, how am I gonna eat? How will I, you know, afford this apartment? How will I get, you know, my phone paid? Like, all these things I have to continue to pay for. So I'm at the point where even if I don't enjoy my job or like it, I have to do it. And that's becoming an adult. You know, I've had conversations with my roommate about, you know, these similar things, and he's said the same things, like, yo, I can't believe, like, time just flies by. Like, like, literally, it felt like yesterday that I just moved to Miami, and, like, that was 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. Nobody really prepares you for this. Like, people could tell you all day, yo, enjoy your childhood. Like, my parents said, enjoy your childhood. Why are you so sad? Why are you always sitting in, you know, in your bedroom depressed or whatever? Like, you have no worries. You know, you don't have any bills to pay. You have food in the fridge. Like, what are you complaining about? But, you know, when you're a kid, you feel like, I don't know, it's just, you feel like you have a grasp on reality, but you really don't. Like, you don't know anything about life. Before, I never really felt like death was imminent. Like it wasn't, like it didn't feel real. Like I knew it was a thing, but it didn't feel like it was gonna happen to me. But like now I'm getting older. I'm only 22. I'm still super young. I know people are like, you're only 22. What the fuck you talking about? But going through life experiences, like guys, I've been through a whole lot. Like if you don't know my story, honestly, go back and watch my channel. But you know, for a brief recap, I grew up in Mississippi. With my family, whatever. Have 3 other siblings. I moved here when I was 20. Recently, after that, I went homeless because coming from Mississippi, which is literally it's called the poor state. Coming from there to a major city, Miami, one of the most expensive cities in America. Of course, it was gonna be harder first. So we went homeless with me and my roommate. Eventually, we picked our feet back up. We got our first apartment, which was a cool experience. Having my first apartment and paying for rent and doing all of that was so fucking difficult, I have to say, because school doesn't prepare you for taxes, bills, this or that. Like it doesn't prepare you for anything. It prepares you for college, but college really doesn't prepare you for anything either, because I didn't go to college because honestly I feel like college, that's a whole different topic, but I feel like college just nowadays isn't worth it for the price, because back then you could get a college degree, or not even, you could just go to school for like I don't know, a trade or anything, and you can get paid enough to be able to pay for you, a family, and your kids, and pay for the house and have your wife or whatever, not have to work as much. Nowadays, you can have you working, your girl working, your kid working, all fucking full time, and it's still not enough. So and it's only 2024. Like 10 more years, it's gonna be even harder. So that's why I strive so hard to push for success, because I see this getting harder. Like I see it in real time. These kids are lazy. They don't want to work. It's not that we don't want to work. It's the fact that the amount of work we're doing, we're not getting paid as much as you did. It's like it's completely different. Like a lot of people don't move out until they're 23, 24. So I've kind of started it early. So maybe some of you guys are just starting this journey. So honestly, this video might be a lot good for you, a lot of you guys. I would say like you don't become like fully an adult until you move out on your own. So luckily I did it early. So I feel really bad for a lot of my I feel bad for a lot of my classmates or past friends that went to college and haven't really got out on their own, because they're still kind of coddled. Like school, that kind of system, all that whole thing kind of protects you from the real world, which is, like I said, bills, stress. You got to get this done. Your boss doesn't care. You get sick, you better figure it out. Like people don't give a fuck about you really in the real world. And I live in a major city. They really don't care. And I have a lot of fears in my life. I do fear that I'm never gonna find my other half, my significant other, because I just have so many problems I don't really want to get into in this video. So many insecurities about myself. Not in like looks wise, because I feel like I'm an attractive guy, but and just my personality wise, and the things I think about, and the things that I want, and the way I am. I just feel like it's just too much for somebody else to handle. I'm scared of never becoming successful. I've grown past that childhood, I don't know, dream of just everything's gonna be okay, because in reality, things don't always go your way. Sometimes things go bad and you don't expect it. Like I would have never expected me, out of all people, Ty Dent, me, to go homeless. If someone would have told me I would say 4 years ago. 4 years ago. If someone would have told me 4 years ago when I was still in, just graduating high school, that you're gonna go homeless, I would have never why would I go homeless? Me, bro, I'm a smart guy. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't hurt anybody. Why would I go homeless? But life's, and you can't do anything about it but to keep going. I don't know what the future holds for me. Like hopefully this all works out in the end. Like I've done so many things that I just really, at this point, I can't go back on. Like I moved to Miami. I got this apartment. I do this YouTube thing now. I have so many things I just can't really walk back on now, and I have so many promises that I have to keep to myself. Another problem is, you see a lot of people on social media living their best lives, living top floor, I said I went top floor, living like these extraordinary lives, and they're young. Like I seen like one dude, he's 18, making $2 million a day. Like, it's stupid stuff. What am I doing wrong? Like, is it me? And I know this is social media. I get it. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of those guys aren't living that actual life. It's a facade. But at the same time, it's like you see it so much. It's just at some point you just like you get pissed. Like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, how? Like, is it me? Is it even possible? Like, I'm confused, and it makes you like nervous. Like, okay, he's doing this at what, 10, literally 10 years old, and I'm 22. Is it You know what I'm saying? Like, is it even possible? Like, dead ass. Like, what is life? What is this? Like, what is this adulting thing? Why didn't nobody explain, like, okay, when you become an adult, like, why didn't they really sit you down in school and say, oh, guys, look, I get you guys having fun, but life, this is what life really is. Because, they don't really tell you these things. They kind of like, oh, life is not what they expected it to be. I look back at high school and I just think, like, that was the easiest time of my life. That was nothing. That didn't prepare me for this, for life on my own. Like, I feel so bad for kids now. Like looking at how life went for me. As I said in the beginning of the video, he's 17. He didn't know what Fetty Wap was. He didn't know like some of the artists I knew, some of the movies I watched. He didn't even know like, and it made me realize like, yo, I'm getting old. He called me a grandpa. I said, yo, I'm not a grandpa. Like, 22, I'm young. I feel young. I am young. What am I saying? I am young. Like, life is just. It's not what I expected it to be. I don't know what I expected it to be, honestly. Like, looking now, like, my new perspective, I guarantee my parents, they don't really know what's going on. They don't know what's happening. They're doing the same thing I'm doing. They just have a couple more years to figure more things out. But at the end of the day, they're just like us, Like, when I was, 16, I saw 22-year-olds as, like, these old-ass adults. It's, like, super old. Like, that's a man. Now I'm like, yo, I look like a boy. I feel like I'm a kid. Like, I see other 22-year-olds, you look like a girl, like a little girl, not a little girl, you know what I'm saying? Like a girl, like, okay, she's normal, she's my height, like age, my height, that thing. Am I gonna feel this way this rest of my life? Like when I'm 30, am I gonna look around like, we're 30? I feel like I'm a kid still. Does that ever go away? Because like I said, like when I was 16 or whatever, I thought like 20 plus, those are grown people. Those people got life figured out. They know what's going on. He got bills to pay. He knows he's got it going. But no, like, bro, I'm 22. I feel like a little kid. At 22, it's the weirdest age because there's some people I know people that's married with kids, but also they ain't got a thing in their life. Like it's a weird age to be in because like this age is where either some people got it and some people don't got nothing, and it's just like so weird. And some people are in between, which is where I'm at. I don't have kids. Also, I don't have anything. I don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that I've been distant from the channel. Like I said earlier, I was just busy with work and life and just trying to figure things out and just getting my life together. But I do want to say, let me show you guys this. I just bought this right here. So this is a whiteboard. This is gonna be so I'm gonna do a what's it called? What is it called? A vision board. So I want to write a vision board for like this year, just to keep my goals written down, because I feel like once you write something down, it becomes real. Like, or when you say it, it becomes real. I want to write it down so every day I wake up, I'm put it like on this wall right behind me. So like that wall right there, I'm gonna put it there. So every day I wake up, I'm able to see my plans, my visions, and the things that I want in my life, so they can continue to motivate me. Because honestly, it's hard to like stay motivated, not even motivated. It's hard to like have a clear picture of what your goals are because, like I said, life can get so obscure and so many things can happen. You just lose track of time. And the channel, I still love YouTube. I would never quit YouTube. People, I would never quit YouTube. First off, thank you for watching, getting me to this point. It's the best thing in the world to me. Thank you so much. But I would never quit. Honestly, guys, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Hope you guys have a nice day. Love you. Mwah. Peace.